Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tenek127 and welcome to another Neverwinter video. And in this video I'm going to be talking about my thoughts and opinions on console exclusivity for DLC. Now obviously from what we know so far, neither console has any type of exclusive contract or anything with Perfect World or Arc Games for the Neverwinter console version. However, I've been asked several times in the comments and stuff, if I think DLC will come out first on Xbox One or PlayStation 4 and stuff like that. And I'm going to give you guys, my little bit of speculations and stuff like that, just from things I've seen, read, and heard, and to my honest opinion, what would make sense. Now, for starters, I think it's going to be one of two things, and I'm going to tell you guys why. My first thought is I personally think Xbox One will get DLC a little bit earlier than PlayStation 4, at least for the next two upcoming expansions. That's just my personal opinion on that one. I'll speculate on that in a second. And my second guess is that both consoles will get DLC around either the same time or maybe a couple days apart. And if it is a couple days apart, Xbox One will still get it firsthand. Now, we're going to start with my first speculation. Why I think Xbox One will get DLC first. Well, let's go with the obvious. Xbox One has had the game for a year now. Their player base is way farther ahead than we are. A majority of them, I'm sure there's new players and stuff like that coming in every day, but a majority of them are, endgame, raid heavy, PvP 24/7. And I kid you not, just go on Twitch and everything and watch the streams for yourself. A majority of the Neverwinter streams that I watch, especially on console, are all based around PvP and a lot of endgame content. So I personally think just because Xbox One has been in it longer, they would get DLC first. You do see that trend with the difference between the PC version also. PC's been there longer. They're always getting DLC before the Xbox One does. Now, do I think the Xbox One getting DLC, do I think it'll be months before it comes on PlayStation 4? Absolutely not. I mean, at the most, maybe a few weeks difference, possibly a month difference. I don't think it's going to be any type of exclusivity thing that works with shooters like Call of Duty, The Division, or anything like that. I just think it'll be a slight, few week advantage or something like that, just because they've had the game longer. Now, for the second factor, why I think they'll possibly release at the same time, or Xbox getting them a few days ahead. Like I said in my previous guess, mainly because PlayStation 4 players are just now getting the game. Like, how overwhelmed would you feel, if we started the game and we got the Storm King's Thunder in August along with PC? That would feel a little overwhelming and crazy, right? Yeah, I know. Me too. I'm thinking the same thing. But I personally think that hands down, no matter what, Xbox is going to have a little bit of a time ahead of us just because they've had the game longer and our player base is going to need more time to catch up. Now, people are always wondering, what if the servers combine and everything and stuff like that. Well, Andy Wong has already said, in one of his streams that he thinks that he doesn't think that's ever going to happen because the difference in economies and stuff like that. Trying to blend those three economies together would be a massacre at the beginning, just because the difference in player base and stuff like that. In the long run, sure, it would probably be good. It would probably take at least a good year or two before it became really balanced, in my opinion. But I don't know. Me personally, I just don't see that happening. And but yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that. I just personally see Xbox always having this slight advantage. Now, do I think either of these consoles are going to have a major advantage with DLC exclusivity? No. And the reason being for that is because if you also watch the July 1st Neverwinter stream with Andy Wong, he also said that he wants to keep PS4 players intrigued. He wants to try and grasp their attention. So I personally think both consoles are just going to have their advantages and goodies, with small microtransaction items, DLC, and stuff like that. Things like, little exclusive mounts, like just a dumb example. Like Xbox One will get a horse with an Xbox symbol on it. PlayStation will get a horse with a PlayStation symbol on it. Just simple, stupid stuff like that. I'm not saying they're making a mount like that. I'm just giving a a fair example. But I think that's as far as it's going to be exclusivity wise. I think for the most part the DLCs for both consoles will be out around the same time. Well, expansions, sorry, but I just refer to them as DLC. But if anything, Xbox will have a slight time advantage just because that version has been out longer. But anyway, guys, if this video helps, if you find this information reliable, be sure to give it a thumbs up. But I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. It's your boy Tnek127, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.